Hey guys, it's Indigo here, coming at you with Season 7 Grand Arena. This is 5v5. This is round 1 of the current Grand Arena. I wanted to show you all how things went. Up top, my opponent has a Bosk Bounty Hunter squad and a Treya squad, so let's jump right into it. You can see I've got my CLS squad to take on his Treya. It's a pretty solid counter. Go ahead and take out Thrawn first. That way nobody can get fractured. I got CLS, Han, Chewie, C3PO, and R2. So took out Thrawn. Nobody can get fractured or he can't turn meter swap. Now I want to put my focus on Nihilus just so that he can't continually raise cooldowns and annihilate somebody. Now I take my focus over to Emperor Palpatine, which he used as his fifth in this lineup. And, he's pretty weak anyway. So there he goes without much trouble. Now I got Scion. Try to focus on him just because you can get stuck behind his pain anyway. So you might as well take him out before he beefs up and can start doing his held by hatred and the big hits. So took him out. Now it's just a matter of working on Treya. The only thing I haven't figured out how to do with this team is I usually lose somebody. Treya always gets that hit in and kills right there. Usually it's Luke that she kills, but I always lose somebody. But other than that, went down pretty quickly. Done with his Treya team. 52 banners for that. Jump right into the next team. He's got his Bosk Bounty Hunter squad. And I took in my crew-led First Order team. This is a counter I really like to use because it's got a lot of control. You can stun Bosk for 2 turns with Crew's special ability. That makes it really easy for you to get around not having to worry about taunt and be able to focus on the weakest characters, which here it's IG-88. In researching my opponent, I found out that a lot of his characters were undergeared and a lot of his mods were pretty slow. I don't know if he's just a collector or what, but it was pretty slow on all the squads that he used. So I knew I'd have the advantage going into the battle with the mods that I do have because I have some pretty fast ones and all the right squads geared up, gear 12, gear 11, maybe like they should be. So this one doesn't pose too much of a threat. I wanted to get in and see what was lurking in the back here. You can see I already got the numbers advantage, 3 versus 5 with my FO Executioner just putting his work in, keeping Bosk stunned. Nothing he can do. And it's a typical pattern if you've seen any of my other videos where I've used this counter, works the same way. Knock him out, keep Bosk stunned. Dengar's usually under stealth, so you'll probably work on him last. Start chopping away at Bosk and getting that protection gone so that you can knock him out once he doesn't have any more. And so we're just putting in work on him bit by bit. You can see all my squads at full health, full protection, so I don't have to worry about anything there. Now we're starting to do some damage. There Bosk goes. Now it's just Dengar and Crew's special. Turn that over to him so he can't move. Throw detonators in there and do anything to knock off any extra points. And just keep putting in work on him, pounding him away. That's it. 60 banners. With N1 cleared, I can see in the back all he's got is a weak Ewok team and some weak Phoenix. Normally, I like to clear both of the front areas first so I can see what's behind in both zones before I make up my mind what I want to use. But in this one, I mean, these are such weak teams, I know exactly what I'm going to use, and then it doesn't matter what he's got behind his southern wall. There's only one squad that can be there anyway. So for Ewoks, I chose Imperial Troopers. I'm sure you guys have seen this counter. The Ewoks are so squishy. that it doesn't even matter. You just focus on killing one, hopefully Elder, and spam the attacks, get through. They keep getting turn meter, and bye-bye Ewoks. Game over for them. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the next squad, which is his Phoenix squad. I took my Rex Wampa team in there. You guys have probably seen Rex Wampa. I don't like to play the little games of I'm going to do just Wampa by himself, or even really just Rex with also Wampa and nobody else. I mean, I'd rather just win in one for sure and not worry about the 1 or 2, 3 extra banners I might get for having an undersized squad. So let's see, I got Rex, got Wampa, got Fives, got Stormtrooper, and then K2SO. Stormtrooper and K2SO for the tanks. K2SO because he can keep getting his taunt back on his own. All that stuff is just to buy time for Wampa to power up, get a little bit stronger so he can start knocking him out in one shot whenever he retaliates. Like you see he's doing it there, and he's taking out big chunks, not quite enough to knock him down just in one hit yet. But everybody's still alive. If I already mentioned it, I got Fives too, so Wampa's assisting there, does his attack. Now it's down to 3. I mean, they're just tearing through this squad. And it's a pretty cheap counter because you don't have to worry about wasting, something good. I know Wampa's going to do the bulk of the work. Rex is just there for his lead ability and to help give tenacity so there's no daze or stun or anything. And then the others are just to soak up hits and help with the tanking. So you can see here just under 2 minutes gone in this battle, and it's all been one-sided. Done with that, battle over, 57 banners, calling it good. So done with his north there. Now I'm going to go to work on his south, and I'll show y'all what he's got there. At this point, it's impossible for him to win because he set Traya up north, and then he's got Revan and CLS down south. Well, that's his possible Revan counters. So how's he going to counter the Revan that I got on defense? He's not. So since I cleared the board on the northern half, and he set his Revan in the south, I set my Revan in the north, it'd be impossible for him to get enough points to win. So there was no chance mathematically for him to do that, but I went ahead and, I want to clear the board anyway just to get some practice in because I like Grand Arena. So I bring my Traya team in against his Revan. His Revan is very slow, so I went ahead with Thrawn and just straight up fractured Revan. That way Revan didn't get off his mark, and that let me be able to use Isolate right away. Since I was able to do that so fast, this time I chose GK to isolate, and then I went ahead and just started putting in work from there. It's because he didn't even have Jolie. Like, when I did my homework on this guy to start, we're the same GP, but a lot of key characters were like gear level 8 and not very fast and not Zeta. So without a Jolie on this squad, I knew I definitely was going to win. It's just a matter of how fast and who I wanted to use. So I went ahead, fractured Revan, told you, isolate GK, and then I just got to work on Yoda. He's got Hermit Yoda in the back, and then Bastilla there. And it's all about just wearing him down. But I don't feel like I was ever in any danger in this round of losing it. You know what I mean? So there went Yoda. Sion's got his held by hatred off, so he's definitely not going to go anywhere. Treya's sitting there with all her health, plenty of protection. Now Annihilate's up, and I could choose, who do I want to take out? I just went ahead and chose Bastilla, just because she's tanky and she was sitting there with full health, full protection. So it was much easier to just annihilate her and just kill Revan regularly because he had a lot less health and less protection on him. So put in work on him while GK stays isolated. He's not doing anything. Now we just take down Revan. Boom. He's red barred, and it should be that for him. Now it's Hermit Yoda and GK. Let's focus our work on GK, getting him out of there. Just grinding him down. That's all you got to do. In this case, it was pretty easy because, like I said, he had a really slow Revan team, and I didn't have to worry about Zeta Jolie. So there he goes. Yoda just bails out. Done with that one. The next match, it was a little problematic. Okay, he's got his CLS team. He's got Chewie, Han, C-3PO, and then Stormtrooper Han. And I say it was a little problematic because with me putting my Revan on defense, and then he put Traya and Revan and CLS on offense, on his defense, those are good teams to have to take out. You can only take out so many things before you start running out of suitable counters. So probably the best thing I had left at this point, I threw in my JTR squad, just JTR BB-8, Stickray, Resistance Trooper, and then I used Chopper because I already used R2 and C-3PO in my other team. It was unfortunate that they piled after BB-8 like that, so he's gone, didn't get a ton of use out of him. But I figured if I could just, at least take out a couple, get some down, and it'll be easier for me to do on a clean up whatever's left. I kind of knew going into this that it would be like a multiple round type of situation, but there's nothing you can do. I could have tried Night Sisters maybe or something, but I figured Rey would be my best shot to at least get a couple out, make it easier on me to just clean up the mess in two than to try to do something fancy and do it all in one. So went after Han, got him down a little bit, but Rey couldn't get it done on her own. So that was that. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this team. Send in my cleanup squad. I'll show you what I use here. I used a EP lead with Vader. I got Sith Marauder, Tarkin, and then IPD. Figured all the debuffs, fuel the turn meter, I could get somebody out quick. So there went Han with a culling blade. Got C-3PO and Luke left. C-3PO was real low gear, so I took him out. And then boom, blow up Luke with IPD. And that's that. Good enough. Win in two and get that done. Now he's only got the one team left in the back that I got to worry about. And that turned out to be a weak Rogue One team. And that's easy enough to clean up with Night Sisters. And I threw in Nest because why not? It's the last battle, and if you got them, you might as well use them. And besides, you guys know I don't like Night Sisters, and I'm not all familiar with their mechanics and the nuances of running that squad. So with Nest in there, I'm sure to win, even if Nest ends up going solo, if they all died. So in here, spread Plague around. I know you get a lot less than if you ran MT as a leader, but I don't have MT lead Zeta, just Asajj, so I went with Asajj lead. But it's all about getting Jyn out, and then once she's out, he didn't have Baze. He had like a really weak Baze, so he used a Scarif Rebel Pathfinder, and that's fine, but then you lose that synergy with the Baze and Chirrut, how he's got the auto taunt kind of back and forth. So that really didn't do him any favors, but it didn't matter. I wasn't in danger of losing this one. So Jyn gone, Cassian's gone, putting some work in Chirrut so he can't just keep cleansing and healing and getting rid of debuffs. But it's slow process because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just doing some moves and, trying to see what sticks. So there goes Chirrut. Now we just got the 2 tanks left. Work on that SRP and hit him with Nest. Tried to strip the buffs off, but I guess that didn't work. So comes back, we'll kill him again. There he goes. Now it's down to just K2SO. And y'all know he can't do anything on his own. I mean, he's a great tank when he's supporting somebody else and blocking for them. But when it's just him, there's nothing he can do. So, done with them. No problem at all. And that's that. I went ahead and cleared my opponent's board. I knew that if he had any chance at all, he'd have to do it in one. And there's no way he could do that with what he put on defense. So, that's that. We'll see you guys in round 2. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.